That's awesome.
I'm like fucking Tim Who.
I think we're.
We might have been.
I think
Were we
might
live?
be live. Welcome to the show, everybody! Woo! Tim Who? We did not do our homework. Woo!
And welcome everyone.
Welcome to Con Carolina's Television. I am Bronner here with these fabulous people that just I'm crying because they're so funny. But that's behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, we'll release a blooper show or something later in life. But in any case, why don't we go around the horn and introduce ourselves? As always, we'll start with the beautiful young lady we have that's pinching her nose.
Hi, I'm Frenchie.
Hi, Frenchie.
I guess I'm the resident Tim expert in this house.
Tim who?
Tim who? Pick one. We've got two tonight.
Yeah,
Tim Conway.
So,
Yes. Dorf on golf. That's what we're here to talk about. All right.
We talking
And
about
then
Tim
who's
Roth
got that
here?
beautiful Rocky Horror backdrop?
That would be Seth. Hi.
Is a frequent contributor to the show. And then we have our guest host, which is...
Hey, it's me again. It's Nick. If you've been tuning in for the past few weeks, you've seen a lot of me. I'm back again. I don't know, dox me or something to get rid of me.
I've heard no negative comments or read no negative comments in the chat about you. So
Oh,
you're
that's wonderful.
safe for now.
Sweet.
Maybe until Ray gets back. I mean, although Ray's a little easier on the eyes, in my humble opinion. But and humble opinion. But then again, Seth is pretty easy on the eyes too. You know, he's got a beard, and oh wait, you got a beard. I'm just so confused. We all kind of look a little bit like we're related, except for you're the skinny brother, you're the educated brother, and I'm the fat old brother. But that's cool.
I would be honored to have you both as my brothers. I don't have any biological brothers, so I'll adopt you both right now.
I'll be your brother. Okay.
Got two brothers.
So this show is entitled "A Tale of Two Tims," and we are specifically going to be talking about Tim Burton and Tim Curry. Yeah, I don't know why you're named after an Indian delicacy, but
You mean the Indian delicacy is probably named after him?
probably he shares godlike status kind of situation.
Yeah.
And he is still with us, right?
Yes.
He is still with us.
I was afraid to research that. I didn't want to be.
He's still alive. He's still signing autographs and sending them out.
Yeah, I mean, he's been, I think, since the stroke. Like, I think the stroke was in like 2007, but I think he's been in a wheelchair ever since, or at least some sort of assisted moving device kind of thing.
He is in a wheelchair. He is talking out of the side of his mouth, but he's still gorgeous as ever.
Yeah. He played the criminologist in the musical version.
We don't talk
Yeah.
about that.
It was all
No,
right.
it was not. No.
Well,
the only good part was him.
I guess we're starting off with Mr. Curry then.
Well, I mean, if you
Go for it.
takes a real good pair to wear fishnets, just saying.
Yeah.
He does have some great legs.
Oh,
you know,
still does. Still does.
Amazing, right? Good looking guy.
Gorgeous curls.
Yeah, what more could you ask for?
Oh,
Right.
He needs a beard.
it's okay on him. Just like it's okay. Personal opinion, though. I mean, you guys, please.
Let's just go ahead and clear the air right now. Frenchie is 100% a super fan. So
That's
So
good.
be careful what you say because she will kill you in your sleep. Not gonna lie.
Well, I gotta find you first, but I'm sure I could.
Right. She's got resources. She's got an
I
aunt
mean, no,
that'll
I
follow her.
would never risk my career.
No, exactly. All right. So, what's the quintessential defining moment for you, Nick, in the world of Tim Curry? What is
Ooh.
his quintessential role for you? Niche. Hopefully, it's different
Best
for everybody.
thing. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, my gosh. I feel like because I've taken a look at his career. He's done so many incredible things. Okay, first off, you may not know this.
Mhm.
He was an incredibly accomplished theater performer before he ever got on like
Mhm.
the cinema screen. He was in Rocky Horror before they actually made the Rocky Horror Picture Show back when it was just the Rocky Horror Show. Incredibly talented actor. He's been in Rocky Horror. He's been in Legend. He's been in Clue. He was in Home Alone 2. He had a role that doesn't age well. He was in Fern Gully. He was Hexus. That was incredible. He was Nigel on The Wild Thornberries. So
Mhm.
like so
A lot
many
of
really
voice
good
acting.
things. For me, it goes all the way back to Frankenfurter. Like how can you the minute I hear the name Tim Curry, I think of Frankenfurter. I think of our wonderful transvestite from Transsexual Transylvania. He was incredible. He also like I think he opened the door in a lot of ways for people who like men to not think about like just toxic masculine
That's good.
maleness, I suppose. Like thinking about the spectrum of what sexuality and what gender identity can be. Uh, an incredible performer all around. But yeah, if I had to choose one, I'd say Frankenfurter for sure.
All right, Seth. How about you? What is the quintessential Curry for you?
So I would be very tempted to say Frankenfurter also. In fact, that would if Nick hadn't already said that,
You don't
probably
have
either
to be
that one
different if that's
or
what it is.
yeah. Honestly, I'll go a little different direction because my mind wants to go Frankenfurter, wants to go Wadsworth or from Clue, whatever something worth. Um, but I'm gonna go with his role as Long John Silver in the Muppet Treasure Island. 'Cause it was such a fun role. He got to chew the scenery like crazy. We got to show a range of from sinister to deeply caring to just silly and funny. You got to sing. Like it was like such a classic role where he just gets to do everything. And I absolutely adore that movie. It's great.
Super.
That's a good
I,
one.
I didn't even think about that one, but
I love that one.
absolutely, 100%. John Silver, great.
Long
All
John-
right,
Long John
Frenchie,
Silver.
lay it on us.
My first introduction to Tim was Frank. I mean,
That's the world's first introduction to him, really.
my parents even tell me all the time that one of the first things that I was singing at 3 years old was a song from that movie. Probably shouldn't mention which one, but I love that one. I love when he played Long John Silver. I love him I mean, I just love him in general. I love his voice. I love him. Pennywise. You cannot have it without him as Pennywise. The remake was good,
Perfect Pennywise, by the way.
but he was the embodiment of Pennywise. I mean, they wrote that for him, basically.
Well, no.
Shut up. Basically. It should have
I
been.
don't think Steven knew him.
Probably not, but he knew
It
that
sounds
Tim
really
Curry
nice,
was
though.
gonna be
It
Pennywise.
It was the role that was meant for him. Let's
Oh
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Same
Oh yeah.
with Frankenfurter, and for that movie, just in and of itself, like you said, it opened the door for many things, and
Mhm.
that role was given to him as the play Rocky Horror Show, and then they just expanded. And he
Mhm.
rocked that role on stage. He did it multiple different ways. He even did it as a blonde. So there's many different ways that he did it, but you can never dislike a man that looks that good in fishnets. I'm sorry, because those legs.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much was my first fishnet crush.
He is my man crush. My husband
First?
knows that he is my man.
I'm old, too, right?
For my birthday, I got to do a live interview watch with him. I was gonna pay for actually having questions with him, but I couldn't justify it. But I did get a numbered poster and shirts, and that
I
was
thought
good
you were
enough
like,
for me.
I did get a number. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
great job.
I was like, okay, somebody. I typed it in. I'm like, can I have your number? Can I have your address? God, but I didn't. I just left it.
Stop, girl. I mean, why not? All right. So I guess that comes full circle to me.
Yep.
So I'm not going with any of those things because I really loved him is Cardinal Richelieu in the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
The only good Three Musketeers.
It's not the only good one, but you know, because the one with Michael York and
Okay. Going back and then
going
yeah.
back, yeah. It was Oliver Reed. Come on, who? I mean, he was the perfect Porthos. But anyway, Tim, he just, I don't know, whatever he does, he seems to embody the role, right? He seems to just take it and take it to the next level. He's won countless awards for all the things that he's done. He just seems like he's a really good dude too. So I don't know if he is personally a really good dude, but he seems to be a really good dude, and he seems to really take his craft and the level of his art to a different stratosphere. I mean, that normal people just don't really go to. And for that, I can really appreciate it, because if you can say, "Wow, he was so great in the Muppet movie," that's hard to say because the Muppets kind of like are just really better than any live action actor there is because they're Muppets.
Agreed.
But he
Is
seemed
that
to what?
Is that why? I think like
Yeah, that's why.
the Muppets are incredible. They're very talented.
The only acceptable remake of Rocky Horror will be a Muppet one.
Oh my god.
Right
would
now.
be amazing.
I'm throwing it out there. And
I know,
Gonzo has to be Frank.
Bonzo.
I would watch
Gonzo
it.
has to be Frank. for sure.
Gonzo Grover, is that the Sesame Street?
Yeah.
Can we intertwine
Sesame
them?
Street.
They're kind
Can
of
we have
the same.
some Sesame Street people?
I mean, they kind
Yeah,
of
they have
are.
Kermit on Sesame Street, so you can have
Bear,
Sesame Street characters in Muppets. Why not?
Thank you.
Well, they're both Muppets.
So what would you cast Kermit as?
Oh, Brad.
Oh my gosh, what's the guy? The
Brad.
not
Kermit
Janet?
would be Brad.
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
You don't think so?
I was
Kermit
gonna
would
say
be Brad.
Riff Raff, just put a blonde wig on. Be awesome. But that might be
he'd be the nerd with the glasses. What's his name? Brad?
Brad.
Yeah, I'm with you. He'd
Brad
be
Majors.
Brad Majors. Yeah, he's so forgettable. He's so white.
Barry Bostic.
Throw him away.
Barry Bostwick is awesome, and yeah, I totally think Kermit could play Brad. And then you got to have Miss Piggy as Janet, obviously.
Yeah, that would.
It's
Yeah,
just-
they'd probably.
it's
would
just
do
how it
that,
works.
yeah.
So funny.
Who would you have as Riff Raff? I'm trying to think of who that would be.
Miss
on the-
Piggy.
Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie's
Wouldn't
too
it
cuddly.
also be
Like
Gonzo?
Riff Raff's got to have a little bit of menace to
But
him.
then you got Gonzo on that too, because he's kind of, or the chef.
I could.
Mom, how
The
you
chef, I
doing?
can see the
Birdie,
chef being Riff
birdie.
Raff.
What about like was it Scooter?
God.
Is that the one of the twins?
Oh yeah, I think
Oh.
so.
You
I
know
don't
what?
know, it's been a while.
Bunsen and Beaker. Bunsen could be Riff Raff and Beaker could be Magenta.
Magenta. You know what? I dig it. I dig it. Who's
writing
playing?
it out.
Who's playing Meatloaf's character?
Oh,
Me.
Eddie.
It's just
I was
Meatloaf.
gonna say
It's just
Rolf.
Meatloaf again.
Yeah.
Meatloaf
I-
has
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
yeah,
roll.
Eddie could be Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Because we need one of those. We could do Tim Curry again as the criminologist because
Mhm.
he was a really good criminologist in that remake, even though we
He was. He
the
was.
remake.
It was all
No,
right.
no. I recorded that. I DVR'd that just so I could watch it without the commercials, and I wasted my time.
I mean, Laverne did a good job as Frank.
I mean,
It's killing
it
her.
really
It's
is.
killing her
I
inside.
can't.
It's
I
like-
can't. I can't. I can't.
It's like one of those things where it shouldn't have been willed into existence, like Highlander 2.
Right. Okay.
Or
I mean, yeah.
the Phantom
I-
Menace, or more
Yeah,
specifically,
oh God,
Jar Jar.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like if they
It
were
was
going to
awful.
do
I
it,
finally
like-
watched those. That was awful.
you should never
Yeah,
try
it's
to
not good.
remake the original Star Wars trilogy. Kind of similarly, you shouldn't try to remake Rocky Horror. Like,
Yeah.
don't.
That's
yeah,
why I said
mean,
the only acceptable is the
it
Muppets
didn't need to
version,
happen.
for sure.
Like
It's like
yeah,
doing
Yeah.
a production remake of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
It
It's also
Yeah.
like,
I just feel like
couldn't be done.
if
ever.
they had to do it, it could have been a lot worse.
but it's like, so it's so weird because it's a timeless classic that is also a product of its time.
Yeah.
So like taking it out of the context of that time and like how much that was needed,
True,
that
true.
counterculture was a necessity. It doesn't quite hit as well, but like even nowadays, knowing the
No.
story and knowing like why that was so essential, like it just feels so good and it's so fun to watch and sing along to and
Yeah.
all that fun.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've done something right because the traction that it's had for decades.
Mhm.
I mean, literally for decades.
So
Is it's mind blowing just how much.
Richard O'Brien didn't know what he had.
No.
And when he put it out, it was
So-
bomb. Like it bombed
Oh,
so
yeah, no, it was terrible.
bad. And then
Yeah.
it just took a minute because it was released in 73 as a play,
yeah,
75
they had
as
no idea
the
how to market
movie,
it or yeah.
and it did nothing. And then all of a sudden, one man in New
Yeah.
York decided, hey, I can do something with
To
this.
do
And
the midnight
it
show. Anyway.
exploded into this culture and this niche that blew up, and it just went everywhere. And it was at the time viral, even though the word viral didn't exist yet.
For sure.
And now there's
OG
our
viral.
generation and younger generations. There's his generation that it started with. There's my generation that it's still with, and there's younger generations.
I
that
just
it's
got
still going with.
generationized.
And I say that because
So-
my parents' generation.
Has everyone here seen it live?
I haven't seen it live.
Oh, you got to see it
I haven't
live.
seen it live.
You've got to. It's so fun.
I-
so fun.
I've only been once, and it was in Santa
Okay.
Monica, and it was amazing.
Oh, shit, I bet that would be cool.
I haven't seen
Yes,
it live, but I did see it on a big screen with a crowd of people, and I was in drag, and we were doing the whole thing. Yeah,
That counts. That counts.
Does that count?
I say that counts.
That
Okay,
counts.
Take
then
it.
I've been to a live show. I mean,
Oh,
because
that counts because when it first came out, when you know,
yeah. I mean,
That- no, that
I've
counts.
never been to the theatrical play.
I've done
Oh,
that
okay.
too.
No, I meant the
I've
like
done
have you
both.
been to a screening like where they
Yeah.
do like the water guns and everything?
Did you throw
Clockwork.
toast at
Yeah,
the
I did one of those.
No,
okay,
because
cool.
we weren't allowed to throw toast, but I did go to a shadow cast. It's called a shadow cast.
Shadow casting, yeah. And in fact, I waited in line all night long, and this was right around the same time of year, so October, because it always seems to ramp up always in October.
Duh.
Hollywood Boulevard, freezing my butt off, but it was an amazing experience, and I would do it again for sure.
We need to find a shadow cast out here.
I looked it up like
I know,
a
they
year
canceled
ago.
them all.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's still
hard to-
canceled.
It's in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Mm.
But there are so many things to appreciate about the career of Tim Curry. Like
There is.
the voice work, the
Oh.
theatrical work, the
Mus-
movies that he's done, the
The
music,
albums.
right?
He's
Yep.
put out albums that are
like-
also
Yep.
amazing.
He's had like 3 albums. I don't know what his band's name was, but he was in a rock band
It
in
was
the
just under
70s, I
his
think,
name.
or was it
Yes.
just Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
I have one of his, not vinyls, but I think a cassette tape.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Retro.
yeah, so
Incredibly
he's
talented performer.
spoken
yeah.
word. He's had
Classically trained actor who has done so many wonderful
Yeah.
things. And like
And
Okay.
dancer
So-
and singer and everything else.
all right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's jump into fun facts. Does anyone know any about fun facts about Tim Curry?
All right.
I do. So Tim Curry has a nearly spotless career, right? As far as actors go, because everybody ends up taking a bomb. Everybody ends up taking a role or
Yeah.
two that they thought like they did it for money essentially, and like it wasn't good, it didn't pan out, and maybe it didn't pay well at the box office, but they got paid, so who gives a shit? But Tim Curry, he has some. He doesn't have a perfect career. Okay, there are a couple of blemishes, and I did look some of these up. One of his roles, he was the narrator of Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
He was, yeah.
Yes,
He was.
he narrated a terrible Garfield sequel that was awful. I'm sure he did his best. I did not see it.
Yeah,
It
it wasn't
was
his
not
fault.
bad.
It wasn't his fault.
He
Um,
he made it better. Just like the Rocky Horror remake, which should also be a blemish on his record, mind
I'm
you.
sure, I'm sure he did. And
He always makes things better.
he was probably the highlight of Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
That's the only thing
He's
I
also in a movie. So there's a movie I looked up and I was like, there's almost no way this could be good, but now I really want to see it. It's called Queer Duck, the movie. And it has, yeah. So I looked at this and I'm like, it was a direct to DVD cartoon movie about a gay duck, which sounds great. I mean, that I'm in.
Does it?
No,
watch it.
yeah, it does. Like I'm in.
I
All right,
must have
gay
missed
duck.
that one.
What? And I tried to look online. I'm like, is there more to it? And like, no, he's just a duck that's gay. Like that's the whole thing. But this movie has not only Tim Curry, but also Mark Hamill and
No!
Conan O'Brien in the voice cast. I'm like, all right, Queer Duck, I'm in.
I might need to look that one up.
All
Mark
right.
Hamill and Tim Curry. Okay, that you sold me. I might need to look that one up. Although you got me a little with the Conan O'Brien. I'm like,
So here's another fun fact, and this has kind of got like the 6 degrees of separation between our Tims. Okay, so Tim Burton's second choice for the Joker in the Batman movie was Tim
Tim-
Curry.
I did not know that.
us.
That was his second choice. So he goes from Jack Nicholson to Tim Curry. I could see them both being great.
Oh,
So-
just with the smile
Yeah.
in and of itself, because Jack Nicholson's got that great Joker smile, but just imagine the Tim Curry smile as the Joker. Okay, I need that happen.
So, speaking of things that Tim Curry's been in,
Everybody's cheating right now. I've got no way to cheat.
I'm not cheating.
everybody play Red Alert 3?
Oh yeah, Red Alert 3.
Oh yeah.
We played a Russian general
That's
in Red
not the
Alert
only
3.
time he's played a Russian.
Yeah.
Is it?
Wasn't he in The Hunt for Red October?
He was in the Hunt for October.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
thinking,
yep.
I think
it's a
he's supposed to be
comedy.
Russian in that too, right?
He is.
Oh, what's the one? It's a comedy. It's got a submarine. McHale's Navy.
Oh, was he in that?
No.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Look
Is
it
that
up.
McHale's Navy? Maybe.
McHale's Navy.
Oh, the TV show?
No, it's a movie, and it's got
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Tim.
He's got a
No, it was a
tattoo of
TV
Yeah, he
McHale
said-
on his
show, but-
back.
Our
Yeah.
producer says, yeah, he was in there. Sean for the win.
Hey,
Sean.
come on! I'm the one that
Good
came
job,
up with
Sean.
Oh,
He's
the
a
one with
fact
Tim
checker.
Arnold? That's a terrible
Thank you for the
movie.
Shout out
fact
to
check.
Sean Ewing, by the way.
He was
Yep,
in it.
definitely,
Major
that's-
Vladikov.
You know what?
Mm.
Let's talk for 1 second about Tom Arnold. Because
Tim
that's
Tom,
all it
Tim
will
Tom.
take.
Tim
Because-
Tom, you're good. It's there.
Because 1 second is all it will take.
Oh, only 1 second.
Yeah, 1 second. I just got 2 words: True Lies. He
So
was great.
another fun fact: Tim Curry is like famous for playing Pennywise, or one of his roles is famous for. He actually has a clown phobia. He hates clowns.
He hated watching himself get the makeup put on.
Yeah,
It freaked him out. There was no mirrors allowed when he got the makeup put on.
yeah. He absolutely, yeah.
Bad. It's
That's
bad.
so weird.
Oh, he would, yeah, no, he would be terrified. Yeah.
It's just like Jim Carrey. He's got claustrophobia, so when he gets a mask on, it freaks him out. So when he did the Grinch, he
Or
actually
mask.
was having panic attacks, and the mask, yeah, he was having panic attacks while wearing that mask. So yeah, it's the roles people take. Tim Curry did Pennywise, even though he's got that hardcore fear of clowns. So yeah, no
Yeah.
mirrors were allowed while he was getting the makeup put on.
Oh, he
Won't
wouldn't even
even
do
watch
like interviews about it forever. Like he didn't talk about the role for a long time because he was just so freaked out by it.
Mhm.
I mean, I think about that. And I'm like, that's crazy, right? Getting panic attacks. Then I'm like, well, I get them for like weird reasons. So they got paid multiple millions of dollars for theirs. When do I get to cash in on my panic attacks? Okay.
Yeah.
Fear Factor.
Right?
Go on Fear Factor.
That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Hey, you can make it a thing again.
Bringing it back?
Bring it back.
All right.
Survivor.
Well, I like Survivor. I'm
I
on a
know, that's
Survivor
why I
kick.
So is like the new Fear Factor just having to sit through Joe Rogan for like an
Oh
Yeah.
no.
hour?
Watch it. Oh my gosh. And he's just I know he's gonna interview Kanye. That's the trajectory that's happening.
Oh, probably. Probably.
Down. See, I thought it was down Periscope too for a second. I'm like, no, he said Mikhail. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So now
Sorry,
we've
distracted.
cut 4 minutes into Burton's time. So now we're going to make the wonderful transition from Tim C to Timmy B. Oh, is that your little spark?
Yeah. Yeah, sparkles
a
her
sound
eyes.
effect,
And now
too.
all of a sudden everything just fades to grayscale. And everyone around you
Blue.
it's very
Blue
pale.
The
They
blue
have
gray.
eyeliner. They look like they're kind of dead.
Should I go put some eyeliner on?
You're in the Burton verse.
Halloween. Halloween.
And we're gonna talk about Tim
I
Burton.
have one with wings and everything.
Okay, I'm flipping out. All right.
Nice. Good transition.
Wow.
I love
There we go.
Did you
There's
make
some
the
good
collage?
Oh no. No, I just found it on Google.
Okay, you
Okay,
were
sorry.
much
not
more
that bad.
impressive.
Hold on.
Oh my god, I forgot about Mars Attacks.
Some of those are
Right?
movies.
Yeah, yep.
Awful.
Some
What
of
do you
those are definitely
mean?
good
Oh, I
movies.
went there.
Some of them are
Yeah,
movies.
some of them are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Talking about a movie that did not need to be made.
I
Jeez.
love
No. Gene Wilder is the only Willy Wonka.
Yep.
The squirrels.
Period.
I
Hard
agree.
stop.
Nope.
Wait a second though. Time out.
Anything with
Time
no.
out. Yeah, Are you
Johnny Depp.
dissing?
dude.
Are you dissing that movie only because you're so like faithful to the original?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, because it
It's
sucks.
not. It's got Johnny Depp.
It followed the storyline.
It followed the book
Clearly-
better than
Yeah.
the original one did. So
People Johnny Depp to play Michael Jackson, and we know that's true. Come on. Like that is what that was. It was so creepy. And like Gene
was,
Wilder, there's at least like there's a like he had that perfect line of mysticism where it's like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of endangering these children, and we should probably be
Kinda,
calling child
kinda.
protection services.
He probably
No,
just
we should
killed
kill
4 kids. Yeah.
or we should call CPS because he is doing child endangerment. But the Johnny Depp version, you're like, yeah, like
Pedo? I mean,
I
like,
don't
is
wanna
what
say
we're going
that,
for?
look at the background he came from. A distant father created a distant son that there was no love, and he's trying to learn that because he didn't have that from his adult growing up. He had no mother. He had a distant father. No, look at the background. Come on, look at the psychology here. I went.
There was no crazy like kaleidoscope tunnel scene.
That
So
was awesome.
obviously,
Yeah, with wonderful. You should watch it on slow mo. Yeah.
oh
No, watch
no,
it on
oh
slow mo.
no, with the
Children, you're at
chicken.
home right now.
With the
You watch Willy Wonka. Go ahead and watch that
Watch it on
kaleidoscope tunnel scene
oh
on
no.
slow mo. You will see some stuff.
Okay,
Don't
now
do
we're
that.
trying
We might need to do that. We
Cut the mic, cut the mic, cut the mic.
okay. Hold on a second. We're seriously here to pay a respect and
I am.
homage
I am.
to Mr. Burton.
Ronda's
So
right. We're
we've
getting off
talked
the
about
rails.
we've talked about
That's it,
worst
that's it,
case
yeah.
scenario or
Yeah.
worst things he's ever done.
Mars
let's-
Attacks, got it.
No.
Oh no!
Oh,
Mars
Wow.
Attacks is fantastic.
Mars
After that,
Attacks.
yours.
Oh,
Bring
come
it.
on.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Justin over
Fair enough.
Tim Burton, right? Because like we have to talk about the filmmaker. It is incredible to me. The thing that shocks me to my core about Tim Burton is that a person has been such a profound and extraordinary director, and he focuses on like one aesthetic. Like he just takes gothic. I would say horror, but it's not even always horror. He takes just the gothic aesthetic and he applies it to everything he does. And like there are people who do that. They're like one note and it's very tropey, but he finds a way to do it in a way that's creative and that like you watch what he does, you see it as a piece of art, it sticks in your mind. He finds ways to like take that aesthetic and fit it into the themes of the stories he's telling, which are mostly timeless classics, with the exceptions being Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and some other films. But he has done an incredible job with that. His visuals are stunning.
I'll put a knife in the mail so you can
Handle your business.
His
Okay.
visuals are stunning.
So your favorite Tim Burton is what then, Nick?
Oh
not,
boy. Whew.
If not Charlie.
So
Your Mars Attacks, obviously.
Mars Attacks is such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
Mars Attacks is so
very
good.
It's amazing.
It's got Michael J. Fox with a dog.
Sarah,
Yes,
Jessica,
it does.
no, Sarah Jessica Parker with a dog body.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
head.
I don't know
Yeah, how
that
can you-
movie.
how can you hate on
Pierce
that?
Brosnan also a head in a jar.
It was
Pierce
very
Brosnan
stupid.
said
It was
yeah.
extremely stupid, but it
Okay,
was so
no,
good.
it was super good. I love. Okay, Beetlejuice is great, and that was one of his first ones. Edward Scissorhands is amazing, remarkable film. Sleepy Hollow, like
Sleepy
might have
Hollow,
been, I
yeah.
think it was the first R-rated
That's a
movie I
good one.
happened to see as a kid. Great film.
Ouch.
Of course, Sweeney Todd. He did his rendition of Sweeney Todd, which was
I was a kid.
pretty faithful. And
Yep.
a good rendition. Maybe not the best music of all performances of Sweeney Todd, but still very good. He did his version of Batman, which I think was like the first superhero movie that was actually legitimately good. And I know like some people loved the original Superman and they will come at me in the comments and go for it. Attack me all you want. Batman was legitimately good. Batman Returns, fantastic film too. A little controversial for its time, but a great movie. Corpse Bride was the first date I went on. So like me and my wife Jacqueline went on our first date. We saw Corpse Bride, which was it was kind of a mid movie, but it was pretty good. Of all of that, see, you said favorite movie he directed. I'm gonna go with Edward Scissorhands. But my favorite movie he was involved with is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
He was the producer. He did not direct.
Right. He did like lend a lot of his art style and stuff like that.
Fun fact. Fun fact.
Okay, fun
Fun fact.
Go ahead.
Okay, so he created Nightmare Before Christmas while he was working for Disney, but they let him go. So
Fired him, not let him go.
I'm trying to be nice. So he left. He finished the movie. He created it himself and finished it. Put it out. Disney's like, I don't want to put my name on that, so they didn't. So Fox took it, and then Disney found out. Ooh, wow, that made money. Oh yeah, well you know what? You created that while under our name, so it's ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have on it, but when it was first released, it did not.
I don't know how fun that fact was.
I
On
thought
a
it was
scale
fun.
from 1 to 5.
Because it originally wasn't a Disney movie, and it is now simply because
Yeah.
It's
So
Actually,
you can cash in
you know what?
and sell them
Fun
merch.
fact: it would still become a Disney movie now because Disney bought Fox
Because it was
Entertainment,
Fox,
and
yeah.
Disney
but
conglomerate
still.
owns everything. So
Yay!
And that's
Monopoly!
why Frankenfurter is an evil queen.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That is also Fox.
Did y'all know that Frankenweenie was produced as a short film
Yep.
and then was made into a movie? Did y'all know that?
And not a very
Yeah. It's
But and he has plans, from what I understand, to release that short film.
oh yeah, cool.
It was on the original release of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Was it
Was it?
the original
I didn't know
short?
that. I had no idea.
I
I
thought
don't think
so.
I've seen it. I heard that it existed, but I've never seen
it's
it.
a good movie.
Yeah, I
Great
didn't know it
movies.
existed either. Okay, so
I thought it was.
all
I
right,
could
what's
be
your
wrong.
fave?
There's no.
There's no way.
No. I mean,
Can't pick. So
She
Yeah,
doesn't. She doesn't want to
I
say
don't
Charlie and the
like
Chocolate
choices.
Factory.
No, I love Charlie and the Chocolate
we're
Factory.
gonna.
Edward
You have to choose your
Scissorhands.
favorite. We're gonna shoot the others.
I loved Ed Wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Great movie.
I was gonna say Ed Wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know, I see it right there.
Yep.
I mean, I can't pick. They are all so good except for Mars Attacks. But
Come
Just
on.
If you want to,
True.
if you want to hate somebody in the comments, hate that in the comments. Go at her.
yeah, so
I mean, how can you hate so much on Mars Attacks when 9 exists?
Well, in all fairness, nine
Okay.
had no live action to it, though, right? It was
no,
all
No.
animated.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna admit I've never seen 9. I tried.
Good.
I couldn't get through it. I tried. I tried really hard. I
I was excited for it.
was super excited for it, and then I started watching it, and I couldn't. And it could have been just my mode at the time. It was during fair season, so I didn't have a lot of time to do that, nor was I in the right state of mind. But I mean, I loved Corpse Bride. I loved Edward Scissorhands. Swing. I can't pick one. I just can't pick one. Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my first. Beetlejuice is probably my 1st. Between Beetlejuice and Batman with Michael Keaton, I mean, those are probably my firsts. My first Johnny Depp was Nightmare on Elm Street, so that one doesn't count. But Edward Scissorhands was up there too. I can't pick a favorite Tim Burton movie. Just like I can't pick a favorite Tim Curry movie. I just can't.
Interesting.
I don't like choices.
Heard it here, indecisiveness live.
I like them all.
All right, Seth, what do you have?
I do. I get it.
As far as favorite, I gotta go with Beetlejuice. Like, oh,
Okay.
there we go. It's all mirrored. It's mirrored. Yeah. Anyway, just entirely on the back of Michael Keaton's performance. Like,
I love Michael Keaton.
Gina Davis and
Winona.
Baldwin.
Alec
Alec,
Oh, Baldwin.
Yeah, it was
Alec
Oh,
Baldwin,
Winona,
yeah. It was, yeah, and Winona, Winona was great, and
What about
that she really
The
played
redhead
Lydia.
lady. What's her name? The Home Alone mom.
Oh, please don't make me think of that.
Was she in that?
Oh my
yeah,
god.
she was in that, wasn't she?
Oh my
I have no
god.
idea
I
what her
know
name
who you're
is.
Or
talking
the
about.
dad.
Yeah.
Or the big guy from
Funny.
Oh, the yeah, he was in Ed
Oh,
Wood
was he?
also.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of his
The
name, but anyway,
the
he was. Yeah, he was.
Connor,
He was one of the
the
producers.
woman whose name you're thinking of, whose name is also escaping me,
Catherine
Catherine O'Hara.
O'Hara.
Thank you. She also played
Catherine O'Hara.
Sally in
There
A
we go.
Nightmare Before Christmas, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, did she?
I love.
Cool.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
I mean-
I love
Right.
that.
He uses the same cast.
does.
Yeah,
all the
he's
time.
like
Great.
he's like the American Horror Story of film. You know,
Yeah.
For sure.
I love
Yep.
that.
And his is all implied, whereas American Horror Story is in your face.
So, did you answer?
Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey
So,
Jones, the big guy.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. But yeah. Like the cast was stellar. Michael Keaton absolutely knocked it out of the park. Like it's so manic and crazy energy. Like Born to, like that may be before Birdman came out. That might be my favorite role of his, or at least like the most Michael Keaton role that I can really
It's
put
not
thought to.
Mr. Mom.
But
Batman.
God, no! What are you
Who
talking
are
about?
you? No, it's all about
What are you talking?
Mom.
Yeah. We do multiplicity next, right?
Hey, I had Gina Davis. I think.
It
Totally
did, didn't
kidding.
it? Oh God!
Now we're just gonna get eaten alive by Mr. Mom fans.
All right, my turn.
Chat.
Your turn. Yeah. I figured as much.
Batman. Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's Batman?
I'm
Are you
pretty
sure?
freaking
Are
sure.
you positive? I mean, I really wish I had a camera that I could like. pan.
All right, so yeah,
Which
Batman
Batman,
is
though?
all over my life.
I feel like I'm
but
in
yeah,
a Batman Hoarders episode.
that's my house. Batman Hoarders episode.
Batman Hoarders episode. We should
But
call in for that.
for sure, both movies, Batman and Batman Returns,
Oh yeah.
both excellent. From what I understand, he got a lot of shit about having too many villains in the
Yeah.
second movie, in the
He did.
sequel.
Oh,
So he got some guff from that, but he stuck to his guns. He didn't care.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm doing what I do."
And they brought in Joel.
to my okay. So my what I've heard, at least by perusing and doing the research and all that kind of stuff, is that it wasn't so much about too many villains in Batman Returns, but it was about like people thinking it wasn't kid friendly.
Yeah.
And if you think about that movie, right, you had Danny DeVito as the Penguin playing like a
Mm.
deranged
Black
freak.
ooze coming out
Yeah.
of his mouth. Yeah.
And he
Oh, so
definitely
good.
bit a dude's
So good.
nose off
So
at one
good.
point in the film. Yeah. Oh, he did a fantastic
He
job.
ate a
It's
raw fish. Yeah.
It is a
It's
great movie that
crazy.
is not suitable for like really young children, but it's fantastic. But like
Mhm.
Danny DeVito, he bit a dude's nose off, and then oh my gosh, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman
Making out
Mhm.
with a taser.
was
Yeah.
she was very much like kind of an S and
Would she
M
put like a whole live
BDSM.
bird in her
star.
mouth?
Yeah, she was
He did
definitely
the
like
taser
Yeah.
and went.
Didn't she at one point have like a live bird in her
Yes.
mouth?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that was faked. I think they actually put
Probably
a bird
was.
in her
Yeah.
mouth.
And there were like many dark elements. There was a lot of death. There was a lot of like, and it was very like dark gothic.
Yeah.
Great movie, like 100% fantastic. But apparently the production studio at the time was like, this, we can't sell this to kids. Like we have
Right.
toys and all that. So they ousted him and they brought in Joel
Joel
Schumacher.
Schumacher.
Oh my
Fat
god.
nipples go.
How'd that work out?
Not well. Oh.
I mean, that's kind of like a consistency that happened throughout Curry's life and throughout Burton's life. Is they were just a little too scary. Like for instance, Tim Curry was also scheduled to play the Joker in the animated series before Mark Hamill, right? So he did the first, I think, 3 episodes or something along those lines. But the production company says, "No, you're way too scary. We can't have that."
And
He was
that's why
too
he's
scary for
typecasted
for-
as the villain.
right.
In Damn Near Everything.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, because Mark Hamill's Joker is a revelation.
Oh,
But
Right.
imagine
Yeah.
it as
That's
Tim
Joker.
Curry.
But Tim Curry would not have been a
Come on,
slouch.
He would not have been.
Oh, he would have been incredible.
Right. But we wouldn't have had Mark Hamill had that come to fruition. So that's I guess what
Yeah.
your point is, right?
But do we
Nick?
need Mark
Right.
Hamill?
No, you got me.
Yo, do we need Mark Hamill? Come on.
Oh,
Do we
I
need
went
Mark
there.
Hamill? What?
He's
Just-
one of the
I
best
went there.
Jokers.
Ow.
Sorry,
Cancel.
Get in the comment. Get her.
I really don't like George at all. I'm trying.
It's a generational thing. She was dropped. off the head.
I was like
Dropped from the
a couple
generation.
times.
She was dropped. She was dropped from a speeder. Go-
Did Curry and Burton ever work together?
Oh,
Ooh,
Did they?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
Question.
either.
he did. He did want Tim Curry to be the Joker, but
He
he was
did.
the second choice.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they actually did. Seth is on the case. He's our
Yeah.
Go
I'm
for it.
looking.
I don't have mine in front of me. I'd click fast too.
No. Yeah, all I'm seeing is that he was turned down for it, but no, I don't. Turned down for playing the Joker, but it doesn't seem like he actually was in
Off the
anything.
top of my head, I was assuming no because I can't think of anything. Not that I'm the end all be all, but
right.
that's a really good question. That would have been an amazing match, and I really wish that they were still able to do that.
So going back to Burton, part of my research also included the fact that it made mention that Corpse Bride was actually made about or for Helen Bonham Carter. So that was a neat little factoid that I did not know about.
They were never actually married.
No, well, they don't know that for sure. No one knows it.
Not married. They have 2 kids, but they were never. Yeah, they're split up now.
They split up. Yeah.
Yeah, but no one knows for sure whether or not they were really married.
She said
That's another fun
we
fact.
weren't married.
Another fun fact is she was in the Harry Potter movie. She played Bellatrix Lestrange, and Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, had a big old freaking crush on her. So let's cross our
Did he
fingers
really?
now that she's a free woman.
No, she.
Go, Daniel. It's your business.
Okay, you guys watched that that
he's Weird Al.
special.
He is Weird Al. He has a
yes.
There's too much like she was so much like a mom to me, but he wrote a letter to her and yeah.
That's funny. But he's doing some like weird stuff now. Maybe she'll get into it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I totally have a crush on you. And,
I don't know what this tingling feeling is though.
Awkward.
Oh God!
Oh no!
This is this cancel stream right now.
It's my magic wand.
Well, we went from
oh, no.
Leviosa.
Oh,
cut the mic.
If you guys notice in Tim Burton movies, you see like Helena Bonham Carter, and you see her HBC, and then all of a sudden, she's not there anymore. He started putting out movies, and she's not in them. You guys notice that?
Yeah,
that was right around the time they broke up. Anybody else notice?
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I didn't know that he did any other movies.
Yeah, gosh, it's Johnny Depp as a vampire. Dark Shadows. Do you know she's not in it?
Dark Shadow, yeah. Yeah, which it seems like she would.
I think Catherine O'Hara is in it though.
Oh,
is she really? She might be.
No,
that also not a great movie.
Not good.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I don't know. No. You could define. That's like saying The Hobbit was a great movie.
Yeah.
All 3 of the unnecessary ones yet. It did not need to be 3 movies.
No, that was studio.
I read that book in 3 days. It did not need to be 3 movies.
No, stretch that bad boy.
100%. That was all for money, of course.
Yeah.
I think I watched the first one, and that's.
I mean, even like back when it was supposed to be a Guillermo del Toro project, it was supposed to be a 2 movies. And then the studio, Guillermo backed out. Studio took over, and yeah.
Okay, can you lean a little to the left or right?
Who?
No, that just says me.
Oh yeah, who is that? Right above the name.
I have no freaking clue. I honestly don't know. I just
that is either.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody help in the chat. Anybody?
I agree. HBC is a great actress.
That's James and the Giant Peach.
That is James and the Giant Peach.
James and the Giant Peach is
the one above
Nightmare. Yeah, the spider.
Yeah,
I have no idea who that is. Then there's there we go. Also, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee Herman. Oh, we forgot about Pee-wee Herman.
Oh, he did do the first Pee-wee Herman movie.
We forgot about Pee-wee Herman. How
did
could
you know
we
that
Pee-wee Herman?
Paul Rubens had actually asked him to direct that movie?
Let me see if I can.
Pee-wee.
Really? I didn't know
the movie was great.
Yeah, but how could we forget about Pee-wee Herman?
I remember the Pee-wee movie. It was very good.
He
It was
reads Great
hilarious.
Adventure. How can we forget?
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of my favorite Steve Martin movie, The Jerk.
Oh no, Big.
Very similar.
Oh yeah.
He hates
Big Fish
those
is
cans.
Look, Big Fish is up in the other corner.
You know what
Oh,
else
yeah.
is a Tim Burton movie? Planet of the
Oh,
Apes.
you know what? Come on. All right. Are we opening up the
Bring that
floor
one.
to just start tearing
Wait.
into Tim?
Another.
Fun fact. Fun fact
I don't like that one.
is he's got a chimpanzee phobia.
Oh my god.
Really?
He also
I'm
took,
not kidding.
He's got a
So-
monkey phobia.
If we're opening
he's
the
afraid
floor
of
now
those chimpanzees.
controversy, like I don't want to bring things down too much on a downer note. So Tim Curry is mostly spotless. He has been a fantastic actor and is like almost controversy free. Tim Burton, on the other hand, got a lot of flack for the fact that he was called out for like almost exclusively casting white people in his films. And
Ouch.
his response to these allegations was to essentially say that diversity in films doesn't matter. And like you can look up the quote, like go for
Oh,
it.
it's from Big Eyes.
So he caught a bunch of flack for that, and a lot of his fans tried to defend him online and say that like that doesn't fit his aesthetic, but that's not really the best defense in the world. So, you know,
Yeah.
Tim might need like a better PR department, is what I'm suggesting.
You know what I never noticed until now, I guess. I just didn't realize. Like I'm looking at all the pictures behind you and I'm like, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, he tried to defend it by saying
Yeah,
that like
so-
forcing diversity is more insidious than him just casting white people, but that doesn't sound good. Like, that
I mean,
just
in a
doesn't
couple
sound
of them,
good at all.
it's
it's
the movie poster for Big Eyes, yeah.
understandable, I guess. Yeah. I mean, like for
Yeah.
Sweeney Todd, because the time period, but that's about all I got.
Yeah.
The only period piece I got, and then you've got the animation and the claymation. Whoa, there, Turbo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big
I
Eyes.
can't give it up. It's Big Eyes, but it
Totally
cut off the
spaced
head.
on that
So.
one. That one was
That one had
creepy in and of
Amy
itself,
Adams.
but
I don't like Amy
Yeah.
I
Adams.
love.
It's
What's wrong with Amy Adams?
I don't like her. She bugs me.
She's
Okay.
hot.
She's got a butt on her nose.
it's you know
You're
it's
not
a little-
Owen
so-
Wilson.
Owen Wilson's got a big major ass crack. She's got a little
He
tiny
does.
little.
He has
gotta-
quite the nose, and it's kind of curves a little bit.
Oh,
It's a little crazy to me that like Tim Burton, for his aesthetic, has never tried to adapt one of the like magical realist Latin American short stories or novellas, because there's so many
Yeah.
good stories out there that would be
oh,
right.
I
in
got
the
one
wheelhouse.
just popped in my head for sure. La Llorona. La Llorona. Sorry, that took me a second.
Would
Hey,
do
babe.
an
That would be a good
incredible
one.
job.
Yeah, but for him to do it, that
Oh,
would
yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah.
He could knock
Yeah.
that one out of the
Or
park.
the duendes,
That
you
would
know,
be-
like the little leprechauns
Oh,
of Latin
yeah.
America. That would be crazy good.
Oh,
So, Tim, if you're listening or watching,
that'd be good. Frankie.
I'm sure you
He
are.
is.
I'm sure you're listening.
Yeah,
I'm sure
he
you're
is.
watching right now. Yep, 100%. Tim, what the hell? Why did you do Willy Wonka? But also, here's something
Yeah,
you should do.
maybe cast the POC every now and then.
Okay, what do you guys think about this? A celebrity death match, Frankenfurter versus Frankenweenie.
What? What?
Why?
So Frankenfurter versus a
I don't want to
claymation dog?
watch.
Wait a second. He was a real dog. If you ever watched the Nightmare Before Christmas DVD release or VHS release originally, before that one came on, it was Frankenweenie, and it was a live action Frankenweenie,
yeah, there was.
and it was really good. It's a lot better
Alright.
than that claymation.
All right,
one.
so
So there was a real Frankenweenie. It was like what was the Budweiser dog? I think it was Budweiser.
Spot.
Spot. So it's just like one of those dogs, but it was Frankenweenie. Was it Spot?
I made that
doesn't
shit
sound
up.
what's
right.
going on? right
Anyway,
now?
Can
that's
we get a
all.
better
that up. I don't
versus
know.
match that doesn't involve
real.
animal cruelty? Like, please. I don't want to talk about Frankenfurter
Older, you
losing
should
a
know.
dog.
Rose.
No, I don't know the kind. I don't
Alex
remember the
from
kind of dog. I
Stroh's.
forgot. So
How
Freddie
about-
Porter
how
versus
about-
Edward Scissorhands? Like,
No,
you
there's
know,
two. Freddie Porter versus
Jack
Frankie Williams.
Skellington versus Edward Scissorhands, or Beetlejuice versus
Beetlejuice versus.
Beetlejuice would wreck anyone
Yeah,
and
no,
everyone.
he can't.
versus Willie.
Dude is chaos.
No, that's still
like,
Tim's.
I don't care.
Okay, they're also suggesting a Curry versus Burton in a celebrity death match.
Is Curry in the wheelchair or
No.
not?
we're talking about in the
Fine.
prime because my dude played Satan.
yeah.
Like,
Best Satan ever.
The darkness.
Oh my gosh.
He would
Look,
race
Curry
he
is
was-
the
dark.
darkness.
I mean, it was.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would
if I
wreck
had to
Tim
pick
Curry.
Tim
Or
Curry
Tim
other than
Burton,
Frank, it's
rather.
going to be darkness. For
All
sure.
right. How about Tim Curry versus Tim Burton versus Tim Roth? The Tim off.
Tim
No.
Roth. I love him. I should have made him part of
Curry
this.
wins.
No.
Yeah.
He also played Cardinal Richelieu, I think.
He did. He did.
Tim Curry wins. If you take a look at his high points in all of his career, you average it out, and then you compare it to Tim Burton. Tim Burton has done some incredible classic films, but Tim Curry's record is almost spotless.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to Tim Curry.
Yeah, I would
Oh.
100% give it to Tim Curry.
Those fishnets, huh? That's what got you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without
I mean, yeah.
without Tim Burton, though, we wouldn't have Michael Keaton Batman. So I'm
True.
going with Tim Curry.
Or Michael Keaton Beetlejuice.
Also true.
That is true, but
we
Fishbowl.
probably would have
But
probably
we
would
wouldn't
have had
have-
Winona Ryder as Beetlejuice.
Okay, Pennywise versus Edward Scissorhands.
Pennywise. It's a
Pennywise.
demon.
Yeah,
man.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Pennywise versus
Jesus.
John Wick.
I think that one would be better as Pennywise versus Beetlejuice.
How about
Wait, Pennywise versus John Wick. Did I hear that?
John Wick versus Frankenweenie?
A demon versus a dude who's sad his dog died.
John Wick versus Barry Bostwick.
What?
I feel like John Wick versus Frankenweenie. I like what
That's
you're
why I
doing
said
there,
Bostwick.
because he'd let the dog kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't do
yeah,
it. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm crazy for
Well, Sweeney Todd versus Edward Scissorhands.
There you
All right.
go. But it's
Yeah.
well, Tim Burton's. So that's why I'm saying if
I
you did
think they
Pennywise
both
versus
just cry
Beetlejuice.
a lot.
All right, we got to wrap this bad boy up to the package,
Ooh.
which kind of does. I mean, the whole Tim versus Tim death match was really way to bring it home.
Yeah, it really
Good
was.
suggestion.
Yeah, we didn't
Right.
intend for
So
this to be
that's
a
the
versus
tale of two
episode, but
Tims.
it went there.
Tale of Two Tims, yeah.
So good.
All right, next tale of two Tims will be Tim Roth versus I don't know. Is there another Tim? Give me another Tim.
We might have to.
Tim Tebow.
Tim
Yeah,
Tebow.
no,
Tebow.
not Tim
It makes
Tebow.
no sense.
Tim
Go
Tebow.
with it.
You're the Tool Man Taylor.
Tim Allen. Tim Allen
Allen.
versus
Tim Horton. Oh no, 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 no. Oh,
I love it. Tim Taylor. He wins every time.
Tim Allen versus Tim
oh,
Roth.
God, no.
Y'all asked.
Alan. Oh boy.
Tim Roth will
No.
win if you've never seen that show, that TV show he did about the lie detector. He was the human lie detector.
Oh yeah,
Lie to Me. If you haven't seen that show, it's only a couple
That's a good one.
seasons. Watch it. It's brilliant.
That's good. 10 stars, really good too.
10-star, excellent. I mean, I've only
Yeah.
seen one season. I don't know if there's more, but
I think there were.
Try to be
I don't remember how
before
many
its
seasons, but
time,
there are more.
apparently. I
yeah, for
missed it,
sure,
so-
100%. Anything that Tim Roth does is usually pretty brilliant.
I'm gonna have to.
So,
look up, I guess.
Yeah,
I
so
don't even
stay
know what he
tuned
looks
for
like.
that. Are we rating into somebody? All right, we are going to raid on over to Great Big Bears channel. They're going to be playing some stuff tonight. I'm not sure what. Are they rafting? All right, so they're rafting. So stay tuned. Just hang in there, and we'll just raid you right on over to Great Big Bear stream, and that way you can watch all of the BSBN and their shenanigans and their craziness. Really crazy people over there at that BSBN.
There's really crazy people here.
Right. But until then, stay tuned tomorrow night. You'll get some Dinks with Kinks and some other stuff going on. Ray's not here to read the whole list to you, but go on to our Discord channel, and there's a beautiful schedule right there for you to see. And I'd like to thank my lovely guests, the beautiful and ultra talented Seth.
Oh, I was expecting it. I'm good.
Thank you.
And then there is the omnipresent Mars attacks hating, beautiful, radiant smile, former house guest, Frenchie. And then the incomparable,
Rocky Horror loving.
super amazing, giant nipple wearing.
What?
What? They're all really nice, except for that
Nick
last
Baron.
Thank you.
He should really start in his own novella. Let's just put it out there into the universe. All right. With that, I'd like to, just wish you some peace and some love and some harmony in your lives. And watch some of these movies that we've talked to you about if you haven't. And
Tim Curry's God.
Oh yeah, especially that Willy Wonka scene. Slow that down. That tunnel scene, kids. You're at home
All night long.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, my brothers and sisters.
Later.